How many people have been watching what's happening in Ottawa? Have you been seeing the videos? Because I know I have. I've been having trouble getting torn away from them. I had to put it down because I'm getting so frustrated with what I'm seeing. It's despicable. It truly, truly is. But we need to keep coming out here each and every time, every week, whether we're going to Okotoks or we're going on Saturdays to Calgary. Yesterday in Calgary was phenomenal. I think we had, who was there? Who was there in Calgary? I saw so many new faces down there. There had to be. I think there was enough to fill the Calgary Saddle Dome. I truly do. And that's over 18,000 people strong. Walking the streets downtown, and everybody was feeling good. You can feel the energy when you're there. It makes you actually happy. I don't have a doctor to go to tell them my problems. So I go on Saturday downtown. And then the other 5 or 6 days a week, my wife has to listen to this. And she gets a lot of it. That's why you probably won't see her today. Because she's had enough. But here's the thing. We've got a big problem on our hands. The Emergency Act is enacted, is invoked. They're gonna have a little vote on Monday night if they truly show up to work, because I don't think politicians actually go to work anymore. Yeah. They're not in their constituency offices when you want to go by and talk about a local issue that you might have. They're never in Ottawa. They're doing Zoom calls and Skype calls, and they're actually quite poor at that too. You know, politicians, I'll tell you, we as a group of people that are organizing this Cochrane Rally, we've had a lot of people come up here that are politicians or aspiring politicians. And I hate to say it, but how many people are tired of hearing from politicians? Who's tired of them campaigning on your time? The last person I want to hear up here is a politician. That's right. Yeah. Because they do a lot of this and not a lot of much of anything else. They do a lot of talking, even the Conservatives. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a Conservative. I'm a Wild Rose member. I am a UCP member. I'm a federal Conservative member. I even tried to buy a party membership for the NDP when Rachel Notley was having a leadership challenge. But they wouldn't sell one to me. Go figure. They saw my Facebook, they saw my rants online, and they wouldn't sell me or take my money. How is that even allowed? Right? This is Canada. You should be allowed to belong to anything that you want so that you can exercise your rights to vote. How many people right now, are we all Conservatives, NDP, Liberal? I don't care actually what party you belong to. How many people want to take an interest in how Alberta's going to move forward from right now? I was actually robbed this week. Okay, I want to tell you about a little story. I was actually robbed. I was pickpocketed. Here's what happened. I had to go on to the UCP membership to pay my new dues for the year because they expired. And you can't go to the April 9th leadership review unless you pay $10 to be a member of the UCP party. So they reached their hand in the back of my pocket. They took $10 out even though I didn't want to give it to them, and they stole it from me. Then they stole $99 after that because I found out if I want to vote, I can't do it by phone, I can't do it by mail or proxy. I've got to be in Red Deer April 9th. So I had to pay another $99 to register for the event before March 19th in order to go, because you have to be on site at the hotel in Red Deer in order to vote in the leadership review. So they took another $99 from me. And you know what they're not going to give me that night? Because there's going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of people there who are going to exercise their right to vote and kick Kenny's ass out of the legislature. Yeah! If he wins that leadership vote, I'm afraid to say I think he's cheating. He's brought in tabulators. I guess they need tabulators to count thousands of people's votes on site that day. That's suspicious to me. So I'm going to be up there April 9th. And if you want to have truly how do I say this? If you want to have a part in history right now, moving forward with who our leader is in this province, because I'm pretty sure we're still going to have a Conservative leader in the next election. If you want to have a part of that, you need to buy a membership. And I can't stand politicians. I'm not here to tell you got to spend $99 and you got to spend $10, but I'm begging you, you need to do it. Because if you don't, he's going to pack that hall with all of his friends I don't know how many he actually truly has. They're people that are self-serving individuals. And he's doing little favors for him as the Premier of Alberta. So you got to spend that $10 for that UCP membership. You got to spend that $99. Unfortunately, they're not even going to give you a chicken dinner that night because there's no way they could feed 5,000 people. So that's what's going to happen. So I'm hoping to see you guys all there April 9th. Now, just to get to Ottawa, I've been wrong. I made a mistake. Every week you've heard me get up here and say that, you know what, police deserve our respect. Who thinks police, after witnessing what they see in Ontario, that they deserve respect? No. And the thing is they always say when you've got this fringe minority here that traveled across to Ottawa, we told them we were coming. Truckers told them for weeks, we're putting a convoy together and we're driving across the country. And Trudeau and all his minions said, oh, it's a small fringe minority with unacceptable views. They didn't think they were going to have 50,000 people there, or however many, 100,000 people supporting the truckers. If there were thousands of truckers there, which I think there were, they didn't think they were going to have that many people there. And now they're saying, oh, geez, we need to create invoke the Emergencies Measures Act to get rid of these guys. Who thinks that's fair? How many people have seen police beat down an innocent protester? I've seen it. And although probably a lot of police officers are probably good people, they are watching and letting it happen. How many times in the last 3, 4, 5 years have we heard this Me Too movement? If you're a person in a business and you see a coworker sexually abusing or harassing another person, you need to speak up or you're complicit. How many times have we heard that? Yeah, we've all heard that. You're complicit if you don't speak up, but yet the police, are they complicit when they don't speak up, when they watch their partner beside them whack innocent protesters with weapons, tear gas, batons, riot shields? They're complicit. So I always will stand on the side of peaceful protest. If you were all police officers right now, and you all carried batons, here's what I would do. This is how I turn my back on you. You disgust me. I'd put my hands in the air like this, and I dare you to take your baton and smash me over the head with it. And that's what every single protester should do from this point forward. If you have a police line in front of you, and you are a Canadian, and you're not breaking the law, get on your knees, turn your backs on them, and that should speak volumes. If they can still raise their hand at you, they deserve to go to jail. They deserve to be filmed. And everybody out there with all the cameras should film this stuff. Because we know we're not going to see it on Global, CBC, or CTV. So with that, I hope all of us will keep coming out here every Sunday. Do the Saturday rallies, do the rallies in Sylvan Lake, Red Deer, wherever you're at. Encourage your friends to come out. Because we have a serious problem on our hands. This isn't going to end. There is going to be a federal vaccine mandate that's going to get put down. Because other countries don't recognize the Alberta Health Services vaccine card, or the BC one, or the Saskatchewan one. All these jurisdictions, they're all separate. They need to have one vaccine passport, and I'm afraid to say, I think the federal government is going to try to enact this shit. Sorry for swearing for the kids that are here. But this is important. So with that said, I've got someone else to come up here. I want to tell a little story about her. Her name is Kristen, her husband Zach. They're from Cochrane here, and they actually been working on a ranch. And she just told me her story. They work on a ranch. Her husband